Hi friends, welcome to everybody's favorite monthly Redbubble recap. As always, I will be sharing my successes and some of the numbers and statistics of my last month on Redbubble, which was actually my 4th month. I started in April, it is now August. As usual, I have lots of notes for this video. This time they're on my gorgeous new iPad, which I made a video about last week, so definitely go check that out if you haven't seen it already. But if you see me looking down at all, that's why I'm just looking at my notes to make sure I get all the numbers and everything right. I just wanted to first say a big thank you because I know a lot of you guys keep up with my journey on Redbubble and you watch these monthly videos every time I release one. Just thank you for all that support, and your sweet comments really mean a lot to me and they motivate me to keep going with it. I don't have anything too drastic to report, but I do think it's always interesting mostly to see the difference in revenue from the last time and the difference in sales numbers. I did hit a couple of my goals this month, so that's really awesome. I have a ton of other Redbubble content on the channel as well as these monthly recap videos, so make sure to go check those out if you're interested in boosting your sales and maybe even just getting started with Redbubble. Alright, let's get into it with the number of items on my store. So I kind of promised you guys I would increase this last month, and I did try. One day I was going to make this video about uploading however many designs Redbubble will let me in one day and seeing the progress that it had over a week, seeing if it really increased my sales or not. But, you know, my life kind of got in the way of that video, so I only ended up uploading 3 of those new designs. And anyway, last time I had 79 designs on my shop. Now I have 81, so I still haven't hit 100 designs, which isn't the best. I definitely need to hit 100 designs at the very least. I'm working on it, but honestly, with Redbubble being so passive, I really don't always feel the need to have more items in my shop, even though, you know, I always tell you guys, the more items, the better chance of making sales. I definitely feel like that's just common sense. You know, if you have more products in an in-person store, you're definitely more likely to catch somebody's eye. But for me, some of the newer designs are still doing really well, so that's really good. And most of my old designs do the best for me, as you have probably seen or are going to see. But again, as always, this is definitely something that I'm going to work on the next month, and maybe I'll actually follow through this time. Although the next time I film one of these videos, I'm going to be in a completely new location. I'm going to be in my university dorm, which that's crazy to think about. And I'll also be a whole year older, so yeah, it'll be after my birthday. That is also crazy to think about, but I'll definitely keep making these videos for you guys. Alright, advertising is something I always mention in these videos, but like I said last time, I don't really focus on it at all. I don't promote it on any social media, but a lot of you did point out in my last video that these videos are a form of marketing and advertising, and I agree with you, totally. I like to share my knowledge and skills about Redbubble and everything I've learned with you guys, but also I share the link to my shop, so I definitely think that contributes to a lot of my site visits and even maybe some of my sales. I don't know if you guys are into book-related stickers and products, but maybe some of you are. With that being said, if you've ever bought something from my shop, please let me know because I want to give you a big thank you. So as you guys know, my most popular designs have not really changed since the very, very beginning. You can go back and watch my first, second, third month recaps and they've stayed the same. My top design is the Book a Day Keeps Reality Away sticker design, whatever you want to call it. And then also the Morally Grey one does really well. So those two are my top sellers. I'm going to try and see how many of both of them have sold for me. So A Book a Day Keeps Reality Away has sold 227 times. None of the other ones really come anywhere close to that. So that one's definitely just the major seller for me, which is crazy, but I'm really glad everyone loves it. And it actually still, if you saw the last video, when you type in book in the search engine, it is still ranking really high. It'll come up right away. And this time I was actually on a t-shirt, which I thought was very interesting because I don't know if it's ever even sold on a t-shirt. Some of my other ones have, but I don't know if that one has. And I thought that was interesting. Maybe people have been looking into this t-shirt more than usual. Let's talk followers now. So in the last video I had 120 followers, and I now have 179 followers. I do think that this is probably one of the main things that are impacted by YouTube and me making these videos. I think a lot of you come from these and go and follow my shop, which definitely is also, you know, store visits and everything. But yeah, I definitely think a lot of you are following me over there, so that's really nice. Thank you. And that definitely went up a lot, so that's really cool. Okay, and then favorites. Last time I had 1.3k favorites, so that's basically just when somebody likes your design and adds it to one of their collections to save for later. And then I now have 1.93k favorites, which is almost 2,000, and that's really awesome. I never thought I would ever get that many favorites, so that's really cool, I guess. Thanks a lot for you guys if you've favorited any of my designs, because it really helps a lot. If you guys haven't seen my last monthly recap video, I definitely recommend checking that one out, because something really interesting happened to me last month with Redbubble. Like, the spike I had was just wild, and that definitely declined, like, pretty much immediately after I filmed that video. Like, it was slowly going back down to a normal rate of me making sales, but at that peak I was making 10 to 15 sales a day, which is a bit abnormal for me, but I was really grateful and really surprised by that. So I talk about that a lot more in that video. And now I think I'm averaging around 3 to 5 sales again, which is definitely more normal for me, and I'm really happy with that. I love any sales. Any sale is a good sale, so that's really awesome. And now I'm gonna get into the actual number of sales total that I made this month. I just had to ask my sister to be quiet because she interrupted so many of my clips with her ramming around with hair supplies, I think, so that was really great. But as always, I'm going to share with you my sales numbers from my past months on Redbubble so that we can do a quick little comparison and you can kind of see my growth. So the first month I made 20 sales, which I was really happy with. I still think that's pretty crazy for your first month. And then my second month, I made 56 sales. And my third month, my last video, I had made 177 sales, and that is total, just so you know. And then this month, my fourth month on Redbubble, I have made 288 sales. So I did want to reach 300 this month, and I didn't, but I did complete some of my other goals, so no worries. But 288 sales in 4 months. I think that's crazy, especially because I only have, what, 81 designs on my store? Anyway, let me know what you guys think about that. I think it's pretty good, and pretty good growth compared to the other months. It definitely didn't double like it has in the past, but I did get like over 100 more sales, which I think is really good for like the span of a month. I have these pesky little hairs that like will not stop being annoying, so just ignore them. But now let's talk revenue from my past 4 months. So the first month I made $28.22, pretty good for 20 sales. And then the second month I had increased that to $72 even, which I was even more happy with. That is really good for a second month, I think. And then the third month, last video, I had made $190.69, which was almost $200. And now I have made $308.84. So last time we hadn't even reached $200. This time we reached over $300, which was one of my biggest goals that I did accomplish. So that is really, really awesome and really grateful. And I just want to give everybody a hug that has bought something from my shop, because even though $300, like, that's not massive money by any means, but as somebody who's going to university in the fall and needs a little bit of extra money, like, I do really appreciate it, especially because it's almost entirely passive. Like, the only thing I do is check my shop every once in a while and upload a design like a few times a month. So I'm really grateful, and any money helps. So this is just an awesome way for me to make it. I just wanted to clarify that with these videos, I'm never like trying to brag or anything. I don't think it comes across as being braggy, but sometimes people will give me a little bit of nasty comments about, like, I don't know, like, why do you care so much? Like, that's not any money and everything. But a lot of people like watching these videos. A lot of people find them interesting and fun, and I find them interesting. Someday I'm gonna look back on this in like maybe a year and think, oh, that was what I was making during my 4th month on Redbubble. And I don't know, I just think there's a lot more people that enjoy these videos and enjoy hearing about my progress than there is people who kind of don't want to see it. But again, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all, please. But yeah, that's just my stance. I'm definitely not trying to brag about anything, and I know that it's not a crazy amount of money, but I just wanted to update you guys because that's what I do. My words, as usual today, are kind of all over the place. So if I'm rambling, you know me, that's just what I do. But up next, I just wanted to talk about that I made the first video in my Redbubble 101 series, I guess. I think I'm gonna do one next on how to make your first sale. So the last video I uploaded in that kind of genre was a video showing you how I make my designs and how I upload my designs. And I also talked about titling and tagging in that video a little bit. So make sure to check that out if you're looking to start your shop or build your shop, I guess. And I definitely want to keep making Redbubble content for you guys as always, as I kind of figure out this whole YouTube thing and mix in other content as well. But I also plan on doing another Redbubble Q&A really soon. So if you do have any questions that you want me to answer, put them down below. And also make sure to watch my first Redbubble Q&A video because I might have answered some of your questions in the first one. So as always, thank you so much for all your love on the last couple of Redbubble recap videos. I think my first one's at like well over 10,000 views, which I think is crazy. And you guys just really love these videos and I love filming them. I think it's a great way to keep up with my own personal progress, and your motivation really means a lot to me. So I'm never gonna stop making them. And I really just appreciate all the love and support. I did just want to give you guys a quick little warning or update, and it's that when I do go off to school, I think I'm like 2 weeks away now, which is really wild. I'm gonna be really busy, so if you don't get an upload from me 1 week, that's why. I don't really know how my life is gonna change, but it's definitely the biggest step I've ever taken. So, you know, I'm moving out, I'm still 17, and I don't know how crazy and hectic it's gonna be. So we'll see if I can get videos up for you guys or not. But regardless, you will see me somewhere else on the internet, definitely on here as much as I can, and over on my crochet channel as well, which almost has 1,000 subscribers. So that's really awesome. Me and my sister are so excited about that. And if you haven't checked it out and you're into crocheting, I'll put it down below. And I love you guys so much. Thank you for always watching these videos and giving me all your love and support. I really appreciate it.